As we reflect on the events a year ago today in Washington, we also look ahead to this year in Michigan politics. I spoke today with Lieutenant Governor Garlin Gilchrist about January 6th, the Whitmer administration's 2022 priorities, and whether any new restrictions could come as Omicron surges.
What's ahead for you in terms of priorities for 2022?
Brian, thanks and Happy New Year to everyone. For Governor Gretchen Whitmer and I, we're coming into this year eager to build on the progress that we've made, frankly, when it comes to building and strengthening our economy and positioning it for the future. We created or added 145,000 jobs to the economy just last year, 67,000 in the last third of the year. Building on education, we signed the largest K-12 education budget in the history of the state of Michigan last summer. We also have delivered on childcare, providing access to an additional 105,000 families to have childcare options for their children.
I'm talking to you, Lieutenant Governor, on a somber day for this country, the one-year anniversary of January 6th. Based on what we've seen in our state with armed protesters inside our Capitol and where our political rhetoric is now, what can be done in our state by our leaders in order to prevent something like that from happening again?
I mean, I would hope that every person, let alone public official, would immediately and categorically denounce violence, especially politically motivated violence, like what we saw 1 year ago on January 6th, what we saw on April 30th in 2020 here in the state of Michigan. I'm focused on better connecting our communities and our people. And I think that disconnection is part of what led to the insurrection.
Just today, Beaumont said that they are at a breaking point with the Omicron variant. I know that this administration has time and time again said that we have the tools, vaccines, we know how to socially distance and use best practices. But there are many health officials that are saying that's not enough, that those are old tools, that this variant is a new game. So with that said, can you imagine a scenario where state mandates are in place given what's happening right now?
Brian, I think that it is clear that, this pandemic is not over. And every day people, getting infected with Omicron and with COVID-19 is something that we want to prevent. And that is why we have been so forthright in encouraging people to use the tools that are available to you. At the same time, we're asking people to play their part and to have those conversations with folks in their lives to do just that. The governor and I are incredibly supportive of our health professionals who have been stepping up and who are tired, and they're frustrated because they haven't felt like people have been using the tools available to them. So we're going to continue to lean on what we know works. And we don't have a path at this time or a plan at this time to enact those kinds of measures because we have tools that we didn't have when those measures were in place before.
Now, that was just a portion of our conversation. You can find our entire interview with the Lieutenant Governor on WXYZ.com.